This message is from the Kingdom Citizens Pavilion, Jos, Nigeria.
By this time, that is after all this while, you ought, as a natural consequence, right? By this time, you ought to now be teachers. Who is a teacher? That's not just somebody who teach in a high school or, teacher talks about somebody who can articulate what he or she believes. The natural, direct translation of that is, by this time, you must be able to give an orderly account. There are a lot of believers, they can't give an orderly account of what it means to believe. There are some who can give a verbal, orderly account. That's good, necessary. But where we are going is that your life, right, we give an orderly account. Somebody observe you and understand exactly that this is what it means to be a follower of Christ. And that observation will only come and arrive at that place of conclusion when that lifestyle is consistent over time. That's why I say by this time, it needs to be properly defined. But by the time you ought to be teacher, I say you still need someone to teach you again. That means you've been taught before. The first, that is the foundational, the early. And remember, he said that children are in bondage. They are under the elements. Right? The first principles of the oracles of God. They said, you've come to need processed food. One thing children don't have, they can't digest. Right? So they are given milk, digested and not solid food. In the 80s and early 90s, these were the most popular messages. He said, everyone who partakes only of milk is unskilled in the word of righteousness because he's a baby. But solid food belongs to those who are of full age. That's what many can't handle today. Solid food belongs to those who are of full age. That is not chronological. That's not 70, 80. Right? That is those who by reason of using the word, they've taken their senses to the gym. Right? They've had their senses what? Exercise to build muscle so that they can discern good, not from evil. Both good and evil. Big difference. Because kingdom life is not abstaining from evil, it's to engage evil. And when you use truth to engage evil, evil will be seen for what it is, so that they can't deceive. There are a lot of people who are hobnobbing with evil. They don't want to be evil, but they don't know evil. So when they interact with evil, evil is not magnified for all to see that this is evil. They disappear. You remember I said that we are spiritual people learning how to handle physical things. We are spiritual people trying to handle mundane things. And mundane things are created by God. If you don't know how to handle them, they will overcome you. If you don't know how to handle money, money becomes your God. If you don't know how to handle fame, fame becomes your God. Fame will imprison you. Money wants to imprison. Fame wants to imprison. Friends want to imprison. God too wants to imprison. You have to choose which jailhouse you want to be. Every human being on earth, we are all in jail. So I said, if you interact with this, it must get to a level when you are reading it, it's as if you are actually reading yourself. That's why it calls it a mirror. Right? When you look at the mirror, who do you see? Yourself. So when you look into the Bible, when you are really interacting with it, you begin to see yourself. It explains some of your thoughts, right? It sets the goal that you need to achieve or attain. It explains some of your past. When you read it, oh, okay. Because I said you shouldn't just read the Bible. That's where to start. You must get to a point to where the Bible reads you. How does the Bible read you? The Bible explains your pain, your pleasure, your challenges, right? your trials, your triumph. If you don't allow God explain your victory to you, He will imprison you. It can make you prideful. So the end goal of this is that we become it. We become living epistles, like Paul said. So maturity is key. It's key. And you can't be feeding on the word. The journey is that you are going to eventually become an expression of the word. If you take a lot of bread and bread without water, you will be constipated. You are what you eat. You can't say you are feeding on this. When you read, it's as if you are hearing yourself.
Thank you for listening, and trust you had an amazing time listening. For more information, you can visit our Facebook and Instagram page at Kingdom Citizens Pavilion, KCP Jos on YouTube, or you can call Israel on 080-6152-9446. We hope to hear from you.